Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Young Monster 3, and this is going to be a very big update video actually. Like you can see here, it's like a big old stack of movies, but I am going to go through all of them in a little while and talk a little bit about them, and most of these are actually horror movies, like always. Now this is really tragic. I actually got a movie in this LP. I mean, I did listen a little bit to Mind Wars music. Wasn't the hugest fan of it, but it was still cool. And to see that someone actually posted a movie in this like vinyl folder or whatever, or cover art, made me a little bit sad in a way. But that's a whole other story. Now I'm going to show you the movies that I picked up. First off, we have Inglourious Bastards. This is a limited 3-disc edition. This is the original. I have not seen Quentin Tarantino's version of this yet because I wanted to see this movie first. And this has Bo Swenson and Fred Williamson. And Fred Williamson is actually going to be at the sci-fi convention this year, so I might have to bring this so he could sign this, hopefully. So yeah, Inglourious Bastards, and this is a really cool 3-disc edition, so it actually comes with the soundtrack as well, so that's really cool. So yeah, Inglourious Bastards. Let's see, let's put it right there. And then some low-budget cheesy action film from the 80s probably. Thunder. I'm not too sure if this is like an official release. It sort of looks like a bootleg. I think it is a bootleg, but this looks really cheesy and funny as hell. That's the reason why I picked it up. And yeah, it seems to be that this type of Rambo type ripoff, which can never go wrong. Like you can see here, he's on the warpath and he's gonna blow your town apart. Sounds very cheesy and funny, so yeah. And then I picked up the sequel called Thunder 2. Also has Bo Swenson in it. That was... I did not intend to do that, but that's, yeah, really interesting. So, yeah, Thunder 2. And then some schlocky, low-budget movie from Canon Films, probably. Maybe not low budget, but schlocky, fun. Really fun film, probably. Enter the Ninja. Not seen this yet, but... biggest reason I picked it up is because I've started to watch more and more Canon films, and they are really, I mean, they're not the greatest movies, but they are so entertaining to watch. And I already had Revenge of the Ninja and Ninja 3 in my collection before, so this was like a must-have. So yeah, I decided to pick up with this. So yeah, Enter the Ninja. And then we have some drama movie called Last Exit to Brooklyn with Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yeah, I've mentioned that in so many of my videos that I think she's a great actress and everything, that she's underrated and stuff. So I really want to see what's that newer Quentin Tarantino film, The Hateful Eight. I've wanted to see for quite some time now as well, so I need to pick up that movie as well. So yeah, Last Exit to Brooklyn. And now the rest of these movies that I'm gonna show to you are actually just horror movies. So yeah, prepare for horror. Here we have the 4-pack all night horror marathon with which includes What's the Matter with Helen, The Vagrant with Bill Paxton, rest in peace, The Godsend, and The Outing. The only one of these that I've seen before is The Outing. I had that on a Region 2 release, but under another title. This is also known as The Lamp. And it was ages since I saw it, but yeah, really looking forward to see all of these movies as well. There's other 3, so yeah, really cool. And then we have a movie which is released for the very first time in Sweden. I think this has been like completely cut like before, I think, when it was released on VHS back in the day. But this is the movie called Death Weekend, directed by now let's see, what's his name, William Fruit. This is the same guy who did, now let's see here, is it Killer Party, I believe, might be wrong, but yeah, Death Weekend. Really looking forward to see this. Only heard good things about it, so yeah. And then a movie which is probably so bad it's good, probably Goblins. This is like a German release, and to be honest, I actually picked it up because I just hope that this is like a so bad it's good type of film. So yeah, Goblins. And then a movie which I think is quite rare and hard to come across, and the movie is Nosferatu in Venedig, and or Nosferatu in Venice, for all of you English-speaking people out there, because I think this is like an is this like a German release, or is it? Yeah, I think it's a German release. I'm not too sure, but with Klaus Kinski and also Donald Pleasence. So yeah, it can be really interesting to check this one out. So yeah, Nosferatu in Venice, or in Venedig. Oh my god, pretty stupid right now because I'm tired in my arms. Now the following 3 titles are Code Red releases. First off, we got Deadpit, which is like a 2-disc collector's edition, unrated director's cut. I had this before as well, but I think that release might have been cut, so that's the reason why I picked up this release. And yeah, from the director of Lawnmower Man and Vircho. What the hell is that? I think you're gonna judge for yourself because I can't pronounce that. So yeah, but Lawnmower Man, it's not a great film. I hope for this to be a better film. So yeah, Deadpit. And then we have a movie called Terminal Island, and this actually has Tom Selleck in it. I think he's quite young in this. It's about I've not seen it yet, but I just read a little bit about it, and it seems to be like a big prison in on this like little island with the most dangerous prisoners, and the concept just had me sold, and that's the reason why I picked up this movie. And just look at this. This looks like really gruesome and violent. So yeah, Terminal Island. And then a movie which I wanted to see for such a long time, and I was searching for it like everywhere. I think this has been out of print for quite some time as well. So yeah, that might have been the reason why it took so long time before I finally found it. And the movie is The Redeemer, Son of Satan. Yeah, I've heard it's some sort of really cool slasher film. And I just gotta love this cover art as well. So yeah, The Redeemer. I think this actually came out. I think this might have come out like 1978, 1979, somewhere there. I mean, so this is probably somewhere near Halloween, when Halloween was released. So yeah, I'm just mumbling here, and sometimes I don't really know what I'm talking about. So my apologies. And then we have Bob Clark's Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. This is another one which I've been wanted to see for such a long time, and I finally found this release. And this is an Anchor Bay release, like this old logo with the boat. And yeah, you're invited to Orville's coming out party. Oh my god, so tired of my voice as well, so I'm gonna speed up a little bit. And then a movie which I basically heard Moods 616 talk about, and I think that's the biggest reason why I picked it up, because I think he has really great taste when it comes to horror movies in general. So yeah, Blood Moon. This is not the Blood Moon from the 90s. I think there was another movie called Blood Moon, which was like an Australian slasher film from the early 90s. This is not the one. This is the one from, I think this came out maybe 2001 or 2002. I'm not too sure, but this also has Tim Curry in it, so this will be really interesting to see. So yeah, Blood Moon. And then we have The Sentinel. I've heard that this is like one of the best devilish, I'm not never sure what to call it, but one of the best movies that has something to do with the devil or Satan, or where it's around Satan and stuff like that. So yeah, The Sentinel. I think this has a pretty cool cast as well, if I'm not mistaken. John Carradine and Chris Sarandon. Yeah, directed by Michael Winner. I think that I think Michael Winner was the same guy who did the Death Wish movies. So yeah, can be really interesting and cool to check this one out, because I'm not too sure if this came out before or after the Death Wish films. Probably before, but yeah, The Sentinel. And then we have a movie by John Landis, and this is a vampire film called Innocent Blood. This is a Region 4 release and Australian release. I think this is quite hard or rare to come across. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I always tend to pick up like movies that I don't see for sale that often. Sometimes people just ask me, why do you not buy this movie or this movie and this movie? And like, those movies are so mainstream, so we can basically buy them everywhere. But so that's the reason why I buy some of these movies. So can be good or bad movies. I mean, I don't know. I'm a collector, so I pick up the rare movies before I pick up the mainstream movies. So yeah, Innocent Blood. Now I can be so wrong about that movie. I'm not too sure how rare that movie is. I'm not like a expert on that, but whatever. And then we have Don't Answer the Phone. I already had this one before, but I think that was was it a Scorpion release? I'm not too sure, but this is the Anchor Bay release, and I have a weak spot for those older Anchor Bay releases for some reason. It's just something about them. And to be honest, I don't really remember if I enjoyed this movie that much, but I thought it had some interesting and cool parts in it as well, so at least. So yeah, Don't Answer the Phone. He'll Know You're Alone. Almost like He Knows You're Alone, which is another slasher film. Oh my god, I'm just mumbling right here, and I've been talking for way too long. And then we have The Girl Next Door. This is really disturbing. Not the most disturbing like of all time or anything like that, but it is disturbing. So sensitive viewers, you've been warned. And I actually watched this just like a couple of days ago, and Jack Ketchum, the guy who wrote the novel or the book about this, actually died. So that's the reason why I decided to watch this movie. So yeah. The Girl Next Door. And then we have a movie called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I really enjoyed this film. If I'm not mistaken, this might have been like a remake of an older movie which I have not seen, and I did not know that before I watched this, but I really enjoyed this movie, and it has so many like creepy, I mean, especially when you really know what's happening and some of the characters in the movie do not know what's really going on. I really love those type of movies, and it's like sort of the same thing with The Stepfather. You really know what he's done, and the other characters don't know what he's done, and this is another one of those type of films, and I really love those movies that have that type of concept. So yeah, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, really fantastic, really cool movie. And the last movie for this update is The Witch Who Came From the Sea, which is like a really cool Anchor Bay release. Not Anchor Bay, oh my god, I'm so tired in my head. Arrow video, or an Arrow release, sorry for that. So tired right now, but yeah, The Witch Who Came From the Sea, the last movie for this update. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.